niggle, but clearly you've been past fit. How are you feeling? All good?
Yeah, really excited. Kind of got over that niggle reasonably quick. I think I probably could have played that Georgia game, but I think I was just kind of better saving myself with a bigger picture. So I was happy to sit that one out and get myself right for this game.
Tell us what it means to you, running out world champions opening the game of the World Cup.
You can't ask for a bigger game. It's usually exciting for the boys. I think we've been ready for the last couple of days. The boys are just very excited to get out there and get on the pitch. So I think all the work's done. So it's just about turning up on the day and performing.
A lot of people are excited about the individual battle between you and Cheslin Colby and making comparisons. Quite similar style. What do you make of him as a player and how tough an opponent is he?
Yeah, obviously. Respect him massively as a player. He's one of the best wingers in the world. So I think, but for myself, I'm just going to do what I do. I don't really focus on other players. I want to play the best teams in the world, the best players in the world. So, but for myself, it's just focusing on my game, and I don't really focus on other players going into games.
Your try scoring record, Darcy, would stand favourably against any winger. Colby, RNC, any of them. You're pretty prolific at this stage.
I guess so. That's just my job. I think that's where we've improved massively over the last 2 years as a Scotland team. Everybody now knows their jobs, their roles. So you look at me, Duan, Kyle, we're all scoring. We score tries every game this season. So. I think that's our jobs, and we've got to take our chances. We might only get a couple tomorrow, and we've got to take them.
Playing in a Scotland team where you kind of know that you're going to have opportunities out wide, you must go out there thinking I'm going to enjoy this, because Scotland obviously probably playing the best rugby we've seen from the Scotland team maybe ever.
Yeah, I totally agree. The confidence is high, and like for myself, I know when I score tries, my confidence grows even more. So, that's what we're there to do, is finish those tries out wide, and I think there's a huge opportunity for us tomorrow to go out and do that.
Do you see this as a massive opportunity on a personal level to just put yourself out there and show what you can do on the world stage?
Of course, you don't get any bigger stages than the World Cup, and especially against the world champions. So, I'm just excited and just want to get on the pitch now.
How fit are you overall? Obviously you had the layoff last year. Are you fully fit and ready to go?
Yeah, definitely. I'm ready to just get stuck in and get going. Like, we've had a good training week this week, but like I said before, boys are ready and just want to get on the pitch.
Steve, you've got Angus Gardner refereeing.
Yeah. 2
previous games, penalty count against Scotland has been 30, with Angus Gardner as referee. Have there been conversations this week?
I think there's always conversations around your discipline, and in particular the big games. You don't want to give South Africa free entries into your 22, because we know how physical they can be in that area of the field. But I think over the last 4 games, and even the Six Nations, whether we had a little bit of a blip against Italy at home where our penalty count went up, but the previous games in you look at England, our penalty count was low considering the amount of tackles we had to make. So it's definitely something we've looked at, and again over the last sort of 4 games I thought the penalty count has been better, and in particular the defensive penalties that you give away and around the rolling away. And look, Angus is really clear and a really good referee, and it's something that we've got to take on board, making sure that we're squeaky clean, because we don't want to give free entries up.
Are you concerned at all that he might have it in his head, having given so many penalties away? And I think the South Africa game in 2021 he gave away 5 scrum penalties against Scotland, that he might have it in his head.
No, I think it might be. I think there's been a lot of water under the bridge since then. I think our game has developed massively from that game, and we've watched it back a good few times, and we know the strength of South Africa. But it's really good to look back on, because I think it's where we've come to as well, and the performances we've put in off the back of that. And I think a couple of years ago is a long time, and I think, like I said, we've grown in set piece, defensively, attack, and I think as a group we've grown on and off the field. So we'd like to think we'll look after ourselves in around the discipline count on the weekend.
Steve, can I just ask you about Darcy, somebody that's name-checked you as somebody who's played a big part in his career. How would you reflect on the way he's evolved in the last few years?
Well, look, I don't think I played a big part in Darcy's career. He's done that for himself. Definitely nothing to do with that. But no, listen, the group, Darcy as an individual, but the group as a whole, are an absolute pleasure to work with. They really buy in, they're really connected, really responsive. Like I said, as a coach, these boys look after themselves so well. They buy into it. They've got their own ideas. The way they go about it, I think, is testament to them as players. And I think for us as coaching the Scotland team is a real privilege with the group we've got at the minute, and it's just exciting to be around every day with them.
Steve, South Africa, you talked about Scotland developing. South Africa have developed their game as well. I mean, that's presumably made your life a bit harder the last couple of weeks prepping.
Yeah, I just think it's exciting. I think we're coming into a World Cup, and I think we've evolved defensively at it. We know what's coming in South Africa. They've opened up the game a little bit, which is, like as I said, they've grown their game back. I just think for us as a group, coaches, players, we just see it as an unbelievable opportunity to play on the world stage against the world champions, test ourselves against the best, and not only just test ourselves, put our own game onto the field on Sunday, which is, I just believe, it's an exciting opportunity for us.
Presumably that's the mentality that you're trying to grow. You see them take 30 points off New Zealand, you think, well, that's a great, that makes it an even bigger opportunity for us.
Yeah, I think you're always watching it. Well, what could we have done differently? What could we have done that a little bit differently? Would around our systems? Where could we put pressure on South Africa? Because I think I know we'll have to absorb at certain points, South Africa, but how we can put our game on them as well. I think there's obviously they're the world champions for a reason, and the way they play the game, unbelievable squad. But we do a lot of looking at ourselves, and again, you've obviously got to be aware. It's no hiding place against South Africa, but when I look around our training field and our environment, I believe in our group, and we believe in ourselves. And like I said, it's going to be exciting. We know it's going to be an unbelievably physical challenge on the weekend, but we believe in the way we want to play.
Is there concern that still positive summer in terms of games, but there's been slow starts, so it's a bit after the half time in the France game, but there's still moments when the team kind of let the opposition get away, let the opposition into the game or let the opposition get away from them. Is that a concern still?
I don't think it's a concern. I think that in the game we're all searching for the 80-minute performance, and hopefully we get an absolute 80-minute on Sunday. But I don't think that's the game. There are ebbs and flows in our own games, and I think we've been down on the scoreboard a little bit. But then you look at other games for the Six Nations where we've been up or we've protected a lead as well. So I think the good thing about our group is we've been through lots of different situations. We've had lots of experiences from doing different things. But I believe, like, if we're behind, there's obviously confidence and evidence that we can come back, but also I think in around other games where you look at England when we're back, like we score some amazing tries, back up last sets and big plays, like Italy we're pounding our line, and I know in around the Six Nations games, so we know we'd like to think we've got good experiences, and I know this will ramp up a level, probably a few levels come Sunday, but like I said, we believe in what we've done, and we really respect what South Africa are going to bring as well. But I think it's making sure we know who we are, which I believe we do.
Ben, you're going to have some pretty big back row forwards gunning for you on Sunday. I guess you wouldn't have got to this level playing for your country at a World Cup if you didn't relish that kind of the chance to kind of go up against these guys, regardless of how big they are.
Yeah, I think that they've got a very good team, as Steve and Darcy have said, and that it's a great opportunity for us in the first game of the World Cup. That we have belief in ourselves and our squad, and as Darcy said earlier, we trust ourselves to know what we have to do as individuals to make the whole team work as a collective. So, it's a great opportunity for us, and you want to make sure that you're playing your best tomorrow.
Have you played against Faf de Klerk before?
Somebody asked me this the other day. I think I might have done when I was at Leicester, maybe, but no. Again, like he's a great opponent, and you want to play against the best players, and he's definitely one of the best nines in the world on his day. So it'll be a great opportunity for me to go up against him.
What does it mean for you, Ben? You've had a pretty rapid rise in a Scotland jersey. What does it mean for you to be ready to run out World Cup opening game against the world champions?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty special, isn't it? It's the biggest stage. It's the one that you dream of when you're a kid. It's something that I've worked hard to get here. It's not been a straight rise. It's been like ebbs and flows and ups and downs. And I guess going out there tomorrow, I want to make sure that I can do everything I can, work as hard as I can, compete in every moment, and play at the best of my ability, to make sure that the team wins and do the country proud as well. You know, there's a lot of people that have a lot of belief in us as a team, and we want to go out there and show what we can do.
At the stadium yesterday, it looks like a hell of an arena.
Yeah, it's an amazing stadium. You know, France put on a great show. The opening game yesterday was amazing, and all the stadiums, all the facilities, the way they run things here. You know, they absolutely love their rugby in the south, and it'll be a great spectacle. And you know, two good teams that are playing good rugby at the minute. You know, it'll be a great match.
Heat wise, how do you think you'll be? Do you think you'll be alright?
I think it'll be fine. Yeah, we should be all good. Yeah.
Did you guys watch that game together? And is it kind of same for punters that you watch and you think, well, now it's really started? Does it kind of get the kind of World Cup juices flowing?
Yeah, we've done it for most games. Did it in Six Nations in the autumns. We all sort of just all come together. All the players, staff, everyone just sits in the team room together and watches the games. And you know, we have a bit of crack, enjoy each other's company, and yeah, it's good to be a part of.
You get a feel for the south of France now. Should we also be coming here next season? Or you?
Yeah. Well, it's hot. That is true. But no, it's great. Like I said, they love the rugby down here. You can see it when you speak to people and the stadiums and the way that they do it, and you know, it's really exciting to be here, and yeah, can't wait to get going.
How do you complement each other?
Huh?
How do you complement each other?
Finn's a great player. You know, we sit down and talk through a lot of situations together quite well. Like he's a really good player. He plays nice and flat at the line, and you know, as a scrum half inside him, he's really calm with his communication. So it makes, you know, me feel calm, and we feel like we're in control at times. And yeah, look, I know that I need to play fast and move the ball to him quickly to give him time to let him do his thing. And again, I just sort of make sure that I'm doing that well, controlling the breakdown and moving the speed of the ball and the point of contact, and that will allow us to play quick and give him time.
Steve, on the checklist of things you must get right, first of all, how many things might be on that checklist?
I've always got big lists. I've always got big lists. Bit of a nerd when it comes to that. But no, I think, you know, they're going to try and come through the front door. So physically, we have to be on the money, which is, again, I know I probably bore you to death with it. It's just an exciting opportunity. We believe in our physicality and the way we want to go about it, whether it's at the breakdown, whether it's in the tackle contest. So yeah, there's lots there. And then like I said, I think their game has probably gone to another level in around the transition. You look at some of the back three, like you've already mentioned, the transitional, and LeBoc now is kicking game, crossfield kicks, like little dinks and things like that. So we know where they've evolved, and we're going to have to be on the money in that transitional phase as well. But I think first and foremost, you have to pitch up against South Africa, otherwise you'll be on the back foot.
Any doubts that they can overpower you? Is that the concern at all? No concerns with this group. I see them work every day. I see them in the gym. I see them physically. I see them doing the sort of close quarter skills we do. I see them defensively. I see them in the breakdown and the way they play. No doubts about this group.
Ben, I know you've been fit for a few weeks now, but was there a point when you went off against France where you feared you might not be here in France?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a bit of a worrier, to be honest, so when it did happen, yeah, I probably thought the worst, but no, it was, look, there's a really good medical team here, and again, you know, just worked hard with them and the S&C to get back fit and to get right. No, the ankle feels all good now, and yeah, good to go.
Just one final one for Darcy. I know you've spoken about this try record before that you're chasing down, obviously hoping to add a few more over the next few weeks.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously Hoggy's got it, and me and Duhan's hunting him down, so me and Dewey's pretty confident we're going to break it. It's just who's going to do it first. So we're just having a wee competition between us.
But you still manage to celebrate each other's tries. Is that just a con job, like inside when Duhan scores, you're going, God damn it.
No, absolutely not.
I'm going to have to get out of it.
No, like I've been with Duhan for forever now, and yeah, when he scores, I'm chuffed a bit for him and that. But it's we're hunting it down.
Does this feel different, Darcy? Does it? I mean, obviously you played a lot of games for your country. Is there a different edge to this?
Of course it is. It's a World Cup. Like I said before, you don't get any bigger tournaments in the world. So It is special. It's nice as well. This one, we have the family out and that. So for myself, it's going to be nice to have them. I've never had them in Japan, so and they've been so close to home. There's going to be so much support here. So we feel that, and yeah, just hugely excited to get on the pitch now.
There seems to be a lot of Scots knocking around the town. I don't know if you've noticed them yet.
Yeah, definitely. We've bumped into a few already, and they're just excited as well. You see the buzz around the place. It's just mad. It's exciting. Just hugely excited and just want to get going now.